Hello Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This will be your general reading for October 2023. Keep in mind this is a general reading and the messages will not resonate with everyone. I suggest that you check back to your Moon and Rising sign. I am accepting bookings for the month of October for personal readings. In case you want to get a reading, you can go to my About Box section of my channel. There I have the number of minutes listed, the number of questions, and the price. Pick your price and email me with there at hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com, and I will respond back to you in quick time. I respond back very quickly, so please check your spam folder because for some reason all of my emails go to spam. Today I have with me the Radiant White deck and the Levita Sibila for clarification. And since I don't know what the reading is going to be about, I picked 3 oracle cards. The Psychic Tarot Oracle, the Psychic Heart Oracle, and the Golden Nostradamus. So depending on what the message is, I will choose the oracle card that I think fits best with the story, and we will wrap the reading up that way. Let me turn my camera around. I have already done some pre-meditation and shuffling. God, my floor of my office looks like crap. And so now I'm going to try to shuffle again just a little bit, and then we will lay the cards. I was hoping that this I was hoping that my videos will be ready by August 1, but I think they're going to be a day or so late because the people who are coming to build me a ramp showed up early, and they will drop the materials, and they will be building it all day tomorrow. So I apologize if you were expecting to receive the readings on October 1st, and I still have time. I might be able to do it. As you can see, we had a card come out, and we're going to turn it over in just a minute. Let's cut the deck. And if you're wondering why I thump the cards that way, it knocks in fresh energy since I'm unable to shuffle them properly. And what do we have this card? We have the King of Wands. 9 cards spread. Let's lay them, the rest of the cards. 4 of Pentacles. The Lovers. Next row, the 5 of Cups. The 9 of Wands. The 7 of Cups. My, Cancer. Last row down, the 9 of Pentacles. That's better. The Page of Pentacles. And finally, the Hermit. And what is the overall energy that's coming in perhaps for the month of October? It is the Seven of Pentacles. Not bad. So what do I have? 2 court cards, a wand and a cup. I have 2 wands, 3 pentacles, 2 cups, and 2 major arcana. Right in the center of the spread is the 9 of Wands. Wands to me represent your focus, determination, and desire. What does it take for you to get out of bed every day and do something? Because it's a 9, 9s focus on a completion of events. It's the pause before you move forward. And in this instance, you feel as though you have been fighting or been through a battle or something that was very difficult for you. You see, he has his head bandaged and he's leaning on one wand. Because this is implied 8 wands behind him, this happened rather fast. But you had to battle your way through whatever it was that was happening or occurring, or that you were feeling. And that's really not the right word, but I feel that was a lot of emotion behind this. And we have the cups on both sides. The cups only deal strictly with the emotional quotient, how something makes you feel, right? And the pentacles speak either to finances or the third dimension, the doing of something. So with the 9 of Wands in the center, I expect what the card is telling me is that you have a good character and that you are willing to get back in. You have enough energy to fight through this if need be. Now, I have 3 9s here. And 3 9s, it's always important when numbers repeat themselves. But they all focus, all 9 cards, number 9 cards, belong to the Hermit. Up underneath the group. 3 9s implies good luck or a surprise windfall. And I would say that's true. So we read the cards past, present, and future. Past, present, and future, and the interplay of the cards. So at the top of the spread, I have this King of Wands. He can be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Or the character of him makes him a fiery individual. Easily, perhaps excitable, dynamic, energetic. But as a profession, he is known basically as the entrepreneurial king. So he would be somebody who perhaps owns a business, delegates a lot of responsibilities, somebody that would be perhaps hard to get on the phone. That's basically it, just a business type person. But he's faced towards the past. Now, the 4 of Pentacles, it's a 4. It implies somewhat like stable foundations. Everything is good the way it is. But it's a Pentacles card. And so, in this instance, it says someone is conserving all the things that have to do with the physical realm. So he may be saving time, saving money, economy of doing things. Yes, the economy of doing things. But at the same time, I look at this card and I think, when I see it, and the fact that he's faced towards the past, this could be a person that doesn't want to share things with you. So if he's not sharing his money, he's not sharing his time, he's not sharing his affections, he's not sharing his thoughts and his feelings and emotions. Coming over to the Lover's card. Most people, when they see this card, just interpret it as having to do with love or lovers. I think the bigger message of the Lovers is about choice. So let's say, for instance, that he's not sharing his time or his money or whatever. That is a choice that he makes. The thing about the Lover's card, it says that once you make one choice, you close the door on another choice. So make sure that you choose carefully the path that you want to take. Okay? Coming down to the second row, the Five of Cups, known to me as the Two of Cups in disguise. It implies that someone is feeling sorrowful or regretful, sad. They're crying over spilt milk. He too is faced towards the past. He's crying over something that he feels is lost. That's his emotion. But there are two cups behind him. And that means you need to turn around and look at what you have in front of you, not behind you. The card has a message that all is not lost, and there is more to the situation than you think. We skip over to the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is about confusion, emotional confusion. And when you are emotionally confused, you don't think straight. So in the card, we see that an individual is looking at all these things: self-actualization, temptation, property, riches, peace, power. And he is kind of in relief. We don't know if this is a dream or a nightmare that the person is thinking about. But the seven has a wonderful message. And what the sevens speak about, the number 7, it speaks about taking another pause before moving on to the next level. You have to stop and think about all that has come before. So this card is asking you, what do you want? Really want? Because you can't have everything at the same time. But if you can identify the thing that's in the uppermost cup, then everything else should fall into place. It can mean that after you give some serious thought to some of these other things in the cup, you don't even want them or you don't need them. So this is about prioritizing. It is also about fantasies, building castles in the sky, thinking that if you can just have all these things, your life would be fine. That may not be true. But I like the bottom row a lot better than this row, because the 9 of Pentacles talks about in effect If you go from the 7 where you are emotionally confused and you don't know what to do, the 9 implies that you have grounded yourself and you have, in effect, ignored all of the distractions and put your nose to the grindstone. Because here we have the hooded hawk. And if you look at the woman, there she is with her material gains, but they're not just material. She's got grapes. You can make wine, you can make jelly, you can make lots of things from grapes. You can dye clothes. But grapes take a long time to cultivate. She is inside her garden, and back there is the cityscape, as well as this card has a cityscape. I see this card show up a lot of times when someone is thinking about moving or changing locations. This can either be a home or it can be an office building. The little snail there is slow. It gets to where it wants to go, but it also is one of several animals that carries its home on its back. So this is about rewards, earned and received. Here with the page, pages and knights represent news and messages to me. The knight comes to move the situation along, but the pages bring information, messages, news that eventually will move the situation along. The knight comes in. The page is a student. He's learns about what he needs to know, and then he does it. It's something concrete that he has to do. But the card ends, the spread ends with the hermit. And this is a card about patience. Again, it's a 9. So this is about meditating on all that came before and how you are going to act after this situation. But the hermit is not just a scholar where he learns things. Okay, he is also a teacher. He can teach somebody something. He can teach anybody anything. He holds a lamp in the dark so that others can seek him out. So perhaps this is a message that you have something to share about this situation with someone else. In the lamp, he's holding the star. So he's focused very much on illumination and perhaps even some hope. The overall energy is the 7 of Pentacles, another 7. This suggests to me that something new has come, and indeed it will. Throughout the month, maybe in September, this is the end of September, perhaps throughout the entire month of October, all the way into November. Past, present, and future. Well, the past can mean yesterday, 3 months ago, and the future can mean tomorrow or 3 months from now. So this is how the spread is looked at. So I'm looking at the interplay of the cards, and there is a choice that is making someone sad, very sad, and focused on the past, what they feel they have lost, or not appreciating what's right in front of them. And they will have to stop and think about that for a minute. And this implies that there is some kind of confusion between him, and she always shows up as a person to me. It doesn't matter what her sun sign is. What this suggests to me is that this is someone very determined and focused. They have come out of this confusion, emotional confusion. So again, the card that stands out for me in this situation is the Lover's card. And so I think you're going to have to make a choice. If the person is rather standoffish, is giving you mixed signals or mixed messages, you are going to have to decide if you have enough time for what he's doing or not. Because this seventh thing is coming into the picture. You have to decide whether or not you got room for it. And if you don't have room for it, you are going to have to make a choice. But the card cautions, be careful about the choice you make, because it can have far-reaching consequences, and the fact that it shuts down all other choices that you have. So make sure that the choice you make is the right one for you, not for anybody else, but for you. So I can't look at the King of Wands or the Page of Pentacles, because in effect they are court cards. They represent people. So what does that leave me? The Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Coins, as they relate to the Lovers and the Hermit. So we will start with the Four of Pentacles. Yes, I saw that Three of Swords underneath the Seven of Pentacles. And that card is, the Seven of Pentacles is known as waiting for the harvest to come in. So this can mean like you're waiting on, it can mean like you've been working on something. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job. You've been working and you don't see any progress yet. So you're waiting on the harvest to come in. You're waiting for all the work that you put in to see some return on it. But this card definitely says something is coming toward you, a thing in the third dimension, and you have to choose whether or not you actually have time for it or not. So we are looking at the Four of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles, there is an influence of the two. Is a reading, is a message to proceed with your plans and goals as success is all around you. Take advantage of this prosperous time. Well, we see this is like a Ten of Pentacles. So something is going to change. But I think you are going to have to give it long, hard thought and some meditation and soul searching to decide what's right for you. The Five of Cups. With the Hermit. It tells of a gentle inner peace and personal satisfaction and fulfillment coming into your life. No, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be the Five of Cups. I apologize. And it doesn't say anything. The Nine of Wands. It tells me nothing. The Seven of Cups. With the Lovers. It's a message to take someone close into consideration when making choices and decisions, as there are imminent changes coming into your life. Be thoughtful of others' wants and needs during this transition. There is room enough for two on your path. It indicates that life's path is broad enough for two. I'm not sure about that. I think that this King of Wands is being rather stubborn, because this can indicate him staying alone, or even you. We do the Nine of Pentacles. That tells me nothing. But listen, this card is always talking about, there is an implication. It tells of someone who lives quite reclusively in an isolated lifestyle, who is well able to look after themselves and do well for it. The person enjoys their solitude. But basically, it speaks about financial advantages, material goals, achieving them, hard work paying off, perhaps an inheritance due. It could turn out to be greater than you expected. And that's one of the meanings of this card. Expect a surprise. So there is a lot going on in this spread, and so I'm going to pull 3 Sabila cards because look, from here to here is 5 Pentacles. And that is another card of feeling sorry for yourself, because you don't think you can do what you want to do. But the message of the Five of Pentacles is similar to the Five of Cups. All is not lost. So I think that this situation is going to require a lot of deep thought and maybe some time alone, so that a correct decision can be made. I want to look at the Seven of Cups and find out what's all the emotional confusion between you two people. The Morte. Well, that's self-explanatory, but I'll explain it to you anyway. The Thief. That's self-explanatory. I will explain it to you anyway. And the Consolante Sorpresa. Well, the Morte card is the cosmic scissors. It comes to cut and end a situation very abruptly. There is no going back. It's like someone has crossed a Rubicon where they have said or done something and the situation will never be the same. Here with the Yarjo, these are two negative, very negative cards, but the Yarjo is a thief. It's someone who comes in and steals something from you. But I always say this person doesn't have to steal material things from you. They can rob you of your hope, of your faith, of your trust, of your love. They can steal anything. Here is the picture of the safe, the naughty. And there is an implication that he's come to take a surprise from you. This is the situation where you went fishing for something. You didn't get exactly what you wanted, but you got something out of it. So this card tells me that things are going to be okay. You may have to struggle for a little bit. Now, what card I think that deserves a heart oracle? The Seven of Wands. Choose your battles. What color is this? Right here. Choose your battles. As much as you would like all your relationships to be harmonious, this is not always the case. Beliefs and opinions clash, and each person struggles to validate his or her position. Sometimes it is important to take a stand and assert your convictions. However, this attitude may be misread as aggression, and the other person may pull back. You feel the need to justify yourself. It becomes a cycle of confronting and defending, which can be exhausting and damaging to the relationship. Are you currently engaged in conflicts with others or even yourself? If so, it is time to reevaluate your situation. If you believe in your position and know that the outcome will serve everyone's highest good, stand your ground. If being the victor is truly not worth the discord, consider letting it go. Do not allow the desire to win prolong a battle that is not necessary. And that's what I have for you for October. This is what I have for you for October. There we go. I hope that helped a lot. Until next time, I see you later. Bye.